Miami-Dade student arrested in beating of middle school girl on a school bus. More after this. Hello everyone and welcome back to AG's Point of View, where I give you my analysis on the most popular topics in the world today. In today's video, we have two big ass boys beating on a 9-year-old little girl on a school bus mercilessly. Before I dive into the details of the video, if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to AG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button as well. It'll bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. All my normal subscribers, thanks for coming back. I'm diving in. A Miami-Dade student has been arrested after video surfaced of a young girl being beaten on a school bus. On Thursday, Miami-Dade County Public Schools said they were aware of the video and that the offender, who has not been identified, will be charged in the Wednesday's attack. The school district also said it will be pursuing discipline of other students seen in the video. The students involved in the fight were from Coconut Palm K-8 Academy in Homestead. The safety and well-being of our students is the utmost importance, MDCPS said in a statement. The school district goes to great lengths to promote the values of restraint and respect, as well as using social media responsibly. We ask that parents reinforce these principles at home. Around 4:10 p.m. on Wednesday, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue was called to treat two juveniles near 24400 Southwest 124th Avenue. The children were taken to the hospital and were released to their parents. Okay, all right, well, it's a fight that's on this video. It's very graphic, very graphic. And as a father of an 11-year-old girl who rides the school bus, it's very nerve-wracking, just to say the least. What I'm going to do is put the link in the description so that way you can see the actual video itself in its entirety. And, I'm going to dive right in and say my spiel and just keep it moving. Because when I saw this video and the way this little boy was hitting this little girl, he wasn't a little boy, he was a big boy. Okay, and the way he was hitting this little girl and how the other students, boy students, were chiming in and just going in on her. Looked like she might have said something, probably called him the N-word, little white girl, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, kids these days hear that other older students, parents, friends, may say what they would do if certain situations happen. Now, I'm not saying that's what she said because I wasn't on the school bus. They didn't say what the little girl said or even what she did. But nonetheless, no matter what she said, no matter what she did, no matter what actions that she took, okay, they should not have hit that little girl the way that they, especially that first little boy. That little boy was beating her like he was Mike Tyson. The little girl had to put her hands over her head and basically cover herself up and hope for the best. Now the sad part was this her and her parents had just actually recently moved into the region, and I'm guessing her parents got a nice job or whatever, something, well worthy of them moving, and she was only in the school for like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So she riding the school bus, and then this is what happens. So obviously the mom pressed charges on the two little boys. The one in the that was doing the beat, I think he had a maroon color shirt or like a darker colored shirt, and the other little boy had a yellow shirt. He chimes in and he does his couple of hits or whatever. So he chimed in, did his thing, and kept it moving. Parents, we got to treat these kids, okay? These two kids, matter of fact, not just them, all kids, in a way where they know they have to represent their families, you know what I mean, their name. And we had to teach them in a way where you got to understand, like, I hate to say it like this, but you know what I'm saying, like, if this was the other way around, if it was two white boys beating up on a black girl like that, yeah, he was still, they press charges and things are still happening and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not sure if it would be taken, well, I kind of feel like it would be taken a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of what the situation is, two boys beating up on a girl should never happen. That's just the bottom line of it. It's the bottom line of it. And, you know, these boys should have been taught to restrain themselves at all times. You know what I'm saying? You got a mother in the house. I'm sure your mom told you, don't be hitting on no girls. But tempers flare. These kids, you know, I'm not sure if they have a father in the house. And I don't know the kid's situation, you know, the parental background. But it seems to me that I can't say that you don't have a good mom. You can have a good mom, and these kids still act like this because these kids just do whatever the hell they want to do. But it could still be, if these kids is not being disciplined at home, you know, for me to say that if they're not being disciplined at home, then obviously when they're in the streets, they're going to show up. You know what I'm saying? They should be afraid of their parents. And I say afraid of their parents, but afraid of what happened to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want nobody getting on here saying that, oh, you abusing your kids, you doing this, you doing that. No. I feel like kids need to be disciplined when they're out of line. You know, taking the phone and the computer, that's not much of a discipline. You mean, you let them know, like, look, you got to get over there and get on them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to grip them up. You know what I'm saying? Let them know, like, look, this ain't how this going to happen. And for one, you're not about to be embarrassing me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about a me thing. It's about you not embarrassing me or yourself, because you had to live in a society just like I do. So you're not going to put me in a bad space because you feel like you want to go out here and just start beating up on little girls. You know what I'm saying? That ain't cool. So, you know what I mean? If the parental, now it makes the parents look bad because, you know, this your child. You know, what's up with your young boy? Like, why is he acting like that? So, I mean, I don't know what that little girl said. Listen, kids say some mean things. I don't care how mean what he said. That little boy beat the brakes off that little girl. And that was scary for me. I'm looking at it like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we had to deal with a bully that was on the bus for my daughter. She's 11, like I said. And, you know, he was cutting up, you know what I'm saying, a couple of days. You know, he was doing a few things here or there. He did something. So we called the school up. I'm calling the school up, you know what I mean? And we finally got to the bottom of it, and this little boy was kicked off the bus. He wasn't allowed to ride the school bus anymore, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's a Christian school. So, I mean, like, you know, you need to learn some restraint, you know, some discipline. I'm not sure if the little boy still goes back to that school anymore, because this, you know, this happened last year, so I'm not sure if he's in that same school district or anything like that. He might have gone to another different school, and the problem's dispersed. So now everything is fine. So let's hope it continues to stay that way, and Dad don't have to, you know, go over to the left. Yeah. So, and lastly, what I wanted to mention was the school made a statement. They want to make sure the kids is this and kids is that. Okay, that might have been the school superintendent, of the person of all schools or whatever, the principal, the vice principal, and the counselor was told about this, and they didn't take it seriously. They brushed it off. No big deal. Okay, Coconut Palm School, the principal, the vice principal, and a counselor didn't take it serious. They brushed it off. You know what I'm saying? The parents, you know, another parent was worried, and they were saying how they, you know, they feared for their children's lives when they ride these school buses. Well, the leaders that's in those schools need to be dealt with as well. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not acceptable for any parent. So with that being said, if you like what you heard, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button as well. It'll be more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. On my normal subscribers, thanks for coming back. On my new subscribers, thanks for joining ABG's POV. Stick around for a little while, you know what I'm saying? We'll have stories like this and many others. You know, it's just not just my murder and crime and people, you know, there's different things that come up. You know, we do some sports stories here and there. So we do a little bit of everything, current events. So stick around and you will stay in the loop. Okay, while you're here, go visit me on my TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. You know, we do different things over there as well. You know what I mean? I share my content over there. Give me a like, give me a follow, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'll see you over there and I give you a shout out, all right? Meantime, between time, I love every single one of y'all and I thank you guys for coming out. I will see you in the next video. Peace.